Hello and welcome to another video here at Movie Mash, and today we're going to talk about the new Mortal Kombat 2021 starring Lewis Tan, Haruyuki Sadawa and directed by Simon McQuoid. So Mortal Kombat is a gaming franchise that came out in 1992. It's very popular and is still going very strong today, with multiple games, with multiple characters, with backstories, and it's on all game platforms including PlayStation and Xbox. Now the story is fairly simple. You have a number of people who are chosen to fight for Earth Realm, which is ours, against Outworld, which is run by Shang Tsung, an evil kung fu wizard. And if Shang Tsung wins the tournament, he has the right to take over Earth Realm, and we're all in trouble basically. Each of the characters have their own backstory, but that's basically the story. I mean, it is a game after all. Now, was the film any good? Well, let me get to that. Let me start with positives first. So first of all, we got the opening scene. It was great. It was dark. It was gritty. It was violent. It's what I wanted to see. It set the tone for the rest of the movie, and any Mortal Kombat fan will be well happy with what they saw. Now, when it comes to the actors, I would say that they all look close to what the characters would look like on the game. And as far as I know, most of them can fight. They can all do kung fu or some kind of martial art. And I think they've done most of their own fighting. The choreography was really decent in it, so I have to give respect to them for that. And yeah, that was a big positive. The music and score was really good. I really liked it. It was good in the fight scenes. It was good in the dramatic scenes. It had a touch of... There was a little sample from the old 1995, a bit of a nod to it, which I really liked, which it was nice to see. And the music was done by a guy called Benjamin Wallfish. I'm not really sure what he's done in the past, but yeah, I'm going to look him up after this. Now, still on to positives. The CGI I thought was well balanced. I felt like they used it sparingly when it was needed. Obviously, you're going to need it for certain things. I don't think they based the whole film on CGI. And yeah, and the CGI that was in it was pretty decent. So yeah, really good positive. I liked it. Now, when it comes to gore, Mortal Kombat is known for gore on the games, and we didn't get that in the 1995 movie or the 97 one. So we finally got plenty of gore on this. They did not hold back on the gore. Some of the fights were brutal and very, very gory, which is a massive positive and plus for this. So yep, bang on. Now, on to negatives. Who the fuck is Cole Young? I mean, he's a made-up character. I've only seen the trailer. I've stayed away from most of everything to do with this film. I wanted to go in blind. And yeah, I have no idea who this guy was. And I thought maybe I've missed something. No, he's a made-up character for the film. Now, Lewis Tan, he's the guy who played the character. And he did his job. He was good enough. He was okay. But the thing is that I found him boring. I didn't find him any good. I wasn't interested. I couldn't get behind him. Not because it's the actor's fault. Maybe it's the dialogue or whatever. But no, I think you could have got any other character from the Mortal Kombat universe, and there are so many to have taken his place. But why make up a new one? Yeah, that's a big fucking negative. Now, I found all of the characters were rushed. All their story arcs were rushed, and some of them they didn't even have to put in, because I'm assuming there's going to be a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and whatever, yeah. And they could have brought in some other characters eventually, but they rushed in a few. Maybe it's because of fan service. I'm not spoilers, but give it an example. I feel that Jax, his whole story, he didn't have to be in. If he wasn't in the film, you wouldn't have noticed. He could have been on the next one, or focus more on him and take out a couple of others. Whatever, I found it was very rushed. All the character development was rushed, and yeah, I was not happy about that at all. Now, the comic relief was Kano. Actually, he was alright. He was probably about the best character on it as far as I'm concerned. He was fleshed out a little bit. He was likable, he was quite funny. Maybe over the top now and again. But yeah, I didn't think I'd like Kano as much, but I did. He was good. Now, I wish I'd saw Scorpion a bit more, because when people say Mortal Kombat, the first character they think is Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I mean, that goes without saying. But yeah, I found that he wasn't in it much, and I was not happy about that. Just a little bit more. just on the side note, my favourite character always been Raiden and Sub-Zero, but I do like Scorpion, and it's a Mortal Kombat game where Scorpion. Now, I found the pacing off. Some parts are rushed right through, and some parts are a bit long-winded. And we don't care about the long-winded, just make the other parts better. Just balance it out. And it was all over the place. And the fights, some of the fights were just rushed. I found that we didn't see some of the start of the fights, and they were just ended real quick. And I'm like, this is Mortal Kombat. I know it's got a bit of a story, but we come to see the fights. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed in that. And when it comes to camera angles, I didn't like the camera angles sometimes. I felt like it affected the fights I was seeing. I didn't like. I mean, I wanted to see the hard work and all the choreography, which looked really good. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't terrible. The shaky cam too. I wish it wasn't there. When it comes to the third act, it came out of nowhere. I thought there was going to be a big build up to the tournament, and all of a sudden it happened. And there was all this kicking off. I thought, yeah, this is the build up to a planned tournament that they're all training for. No, this was the third act, and I was like, really? So this is it? Like, it felt like there was not enough build up to a tournament. It just happened all of a sudden, and it just seemed to be wham bam, thank you ma'am, and yeah, it just no. I wasn't happy about that. Each scene felt like it was written just before it was filmed, like they were writing it per scene, and that's how it felt to me. And you'll see what I mean. I mean, this is just my opinion, but it just felt like that to me. So the tone at the start of the film, which was dark and gritty, as I said, after that, no, it went downhill. That tone never came back. It felt like I was constantly waiting for that tone and that dark grittiness to come back. It never did. Yeah, bits and pieces here were, but no, that tone never came. And a lot of the time, it felt like the film was getting ready and setting up a better film. A film that I hope that this one was going to be. So it looks like the tournament that I really wanted may be on the next one. And that's if they make one, but I'm assuming they will. Yeah, another negative. The best way I can explain it is it actually does feel like cutscenes from a game. Now, the cutscenes on the game are brilliant, but when it comes to transferring that to a film, it has to be a bit more. And I felt like we didn't get more. My final thought, if you don't know anything about the game, or the characters, you will not like this film. Yeah, you will not make sense to you. It'll only make sense to gamers and people who like the game. I will say that it feels like it was quite lackluster. And don't get me wrong, it's not the worst film in the world, and it was good. I enjoyed it enough. It's just, yeah, I was hoping for it to be a bit better, but because of that, I'm gonna give this a side thumb. So, have you seen it yet? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you looking forward to seeing it? Let me know in the comments below so we can have a bit of a chat about it and tell me if I'm wrong. But for now, and until next time. Now, just before I go, I want to talk about my mate Davey from the 80s over at Cinema Chop Shop. It's another YouTube movie review channel, which is pretty good. And the reason why I'm saying this is Davey this morning on the phone, he told me that Simon McQuaid, the director, has never made an actual big movie before. It's only music videos. Now, I don't know if this is to be true. So the reason why I'm saying that is, if it's not true, go to his channel and put it in his comments and let him know and have a go at him. Yeah, don't blame me for it if this is wrong information. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, what? You want to fight about it?